The right to peaceful protest upholds the spirit of democracy, as the ability to protest peacefully is an essential enabler for other rights and freedom. In India, we have been witnessing peaceful protests to decode dissent for ages. During the freedom struggle, India's largely built their foundation for liberation through peaceful protest. India's primary concern in the welfare of their citizens, protect human rights, sustaining the soul of democracy, and advocate the integrity and dignity of their people, will always hold an implied right to protest and express dissent to their people. And the right to protest turn out to be an important part of our democracy. Hello everyone, my name is Satyam Shivaach and I am an intern at LEXIS and Company, and in this video we will discuss about the right to protest in India. What is protest? A protest is a way of expressing disapproval or objection to any action, statement or policy of a government or an organization that wants to accuse a group of people against themselves. Most of the time the protest is about political issue. The demonstrators collectively organize to make their views and demands heard by the government and also to influence other citizens to support them. The purpose behind organizing a protest is to publicly interrogate the government about an action or policy and to have them systematically give the same answer. The protest also helps the government to identify their loophole in their action, leading to the improvement of their work. Is it a fundamental right? In a democratic system, such a peaceful protest is the basic characteristics that can be criticized by the population by giving people the right to raise their voices and express their feeling on any issue of social or national interest. Supreme Court in the case of Maneka Gandhi versus Union of India ruled that every citizen must have the right to participate in the democratic process, which allows the exercising one's right to make a choice, as well as free and general discussion on public issues, which are absolutely essential. From the legal angle, the Constitution of India guarantees the right to peaceful protest, which is strongly protected under Article 19. Though the word protest is not mentioned explicitly, but Article 19(1)(a) provides freedom of speech and expression. Article 19(1)(b) provides right to protest peacefully without harm, and Article 19(1)(c) provides right to form association and union. However, these provisions extend to peaceful protest only, and any violence in the name of protest is held to be unconstitutional. The Supreme Court in Ramila Maidan incident versus Home Secretary, Union of India and others held that citizens have a fundamental right to assembly and peaceful protest that cannot be removed from arbitrary executive or legislative action. In fact, Supreme Court in the Constitution of India has itself stated that fundamental rights are not absolute and are subject to certain limitation. If people are given complete freedom without any control, it will negatively affect society. The rights are therefore subject to a reasonable restriction. Article 19 subclause 2, part 3 of the Indian Constitution provides where Indian state can impose restriction in the name of maintaining societal stability and national security. The following are the situations where restrictions can be imposed on the people. If the friendly relation we share with the neighboring country are threatened, or in case of violation of public order, or if there is a contempt of court, or if Indian sovereignty and integrity is threatened. The Supreme Court in the case of Railway Board versus Niranjan Singh noted a similar limitation on the right to protest. The judgment indicates that the protest and assembly does not apply to the right of infringing someone else's property. The judgment thus reiterated all reasonable restrictions which are imposed on the interest of India's state security, friendly relation with foreign countries and public order. The Supreme Court, while dismissed petition seeking review on October 7, 2020 in the anti-CAA protest at Shaheen Bagh, said that the Constitution guaranteed of right to protest comes with some rider, and there cannot be continued occupation of a public place in case of prolonged dissent or protest. However, public place cannot be occupied for an indefinite time or period. Hence, the Constitution itself addressed the question of ambit of the right to protest. as something which is clearly not in the terms as it made out to of this text. The protest against the farm laws, which led to an individual protester climbing on one of the flagpoles of the Red Fort and unfurling a regional religious flag, is most certainly not something which is protected by the Constitution. Additionally, even the non-violent method of blocking important roads led to major harms to others in form of inconvenience in daily commuting, is also not protected by the Constitution as a liberty, because it evidently leads to crumbling of public order and comes at a cost of constant harm to many others. Moreover, contempt of court is also a ground on which freedom of speech and expression is curtailed. As mentioned above, in the absence of the faith of people in the judicial organ may falter, which leads to closure of primary method of resolving disagreements. In that case, theoretically, the government can indulge into more abrogation of rights because people have lesser avenue to enforce their fundamental freedom. Hence, one particular comedian may joke about the court or the Chief Justice of India, but it will not be fair for the ordinary litigants to believe that the court acts as a guardian of their fundamental freedom and approach it in hundreds of thousands of number every day. As again, the liberty of one individual is at the cost of harm to multiple others. Why is it essential for upholding democracy? In the natural that the government comes up with many policies from time to time in the interest of citizens and overall betterment of our country. These policies are monitored by the people of our country, and it is through them that the opinion on their policies could be made. Since this citizen is more likely a watchdog of the policies, any mistake or shortcoming that these policies have may be addressed by them. It can also be solved peacefully. However, the motive of the protest should not be inspired by interrupting the regular functioning of the state deliberately. That is all for today's video. Thank you for watching.